What's up? Welcome back to my channel. So in the last video I said that I would have a little bit of tuning information with regards to this car and, well, generally how I do a little bit of tuning on my cars to make sure they're safe. And I also said that I would do a little bit more about the wiring for the 16 valve conversion on the K10, but I decided, well, I couldn't help myself really. I've got it in my head that I want to get on with the wiring in this car, and I've made a start. I've got a clip that I'm just going to put up in a second. Wow. The fuse box, which is there, yeah, I know it looks like a mess, but the fuse box and the battery and alternator cable, starter motor cables, I've actually started to lay them in the car, got all that in. I've also got a nice grommet down in here, which is a Mazda part. Now this, I know this looks twisted, but this will come back through here, up through here, and then the fuse box will sit up in here. I'll have to leave the lid off, I think, because I don't think you'll be able to get the lid on and off. I don't know, I'll figure all that out. And then the cable runs back down through here. And then I've got another one of these Mazda grommets, which has actually got a handy divider in the grommet. So I've got my handbrake line going through the same grommet, because I don't need the earth to come through there. This is usually where the earth would come through. But yeah, that will clip down in there, but I need to get a new plastic piece because this one's broken, it won't clip in. And then that runs underneath the car. It's not actually attached up anywhere yet. You can't really see, I don't think. Okay, so earlier I was talking about my loom and how I was just going to get on with the chassis loom, and I've ended up, well, I basically thought if I plug my laptop into my ECU and connect a couple of wires, I might be able to get some life out of my ECU, which then escalated into me wiring up a TPS and then temperature sensors and then pretty much everything else. And I've got everything connected. I've got the coil packs all wired up. I don't even know if they're going to work. Throttle position works quite nicely. I've got air temp for the manifold, which is actually incorrect, and the coolant temp is the one that's configured for this ECU already. This is a map. This is a 280 horsepower map that we've got on there at the moment. In theory, I could probably just pop this wire here to live and it might crank, but I don't know if I've got enough juice. Let's go. We've got some RPM, but it's not enough. So we've got some RPM. Right, so I got a cup of tea and a much bigger battery, and I'm all connected up. I mean, don't all get excited now. This isn't going to run. There's no fuel in this thing, and the fuel pump isn't wired up. That's a good cup of tea. But let's crank it and see what noises it makes. See what happens. Right, so now what I need to do is I need to put some brake clean in it, I guess. See if it will fire on brake clean. Okay, it's been a little bit of a battle. I couldn't get any sparks, so now I've gone back to the standard coil pack. And what I'll probably end up doing is, if I use the standard coil pack, I'll probably just try and mount it in here somewhere. But I've got the intercooler off so I could get some brake cleaner right in on the action. And hopefully it's not all dribbling out. But we'll give it a quick test. And another thing, my starter motor, the solenoid keeps sticking. Nearly fired, you know. Right, I need to get a tripod or something. Hold your horses. I think I'm wasting my time. I think I need to put fuel in it. I got a fuel pump running, got pressure now. I had to take the sock off of the bottom, wherever that is, the filter sock. It was for some reason must have been jammed against the bottom of the tank, this old thing. So I'll lift the fuel pump up a bit higher in the tank. Everything's ready to go. I'm going to put the tripod down a minute, and I had a colossal fuel leak. One of the injector seals was knackered, so fix that. I stink of fuel's everywhere, but I'm sorry if this filming's a bit wishy-washy, but this is quite an odd moment. Well, it runs, and if you saw my Instagram live, you would have seen that even the wheels turn as well. I put it in gear, and yeah, quite stoked. I'm going to try and screenshot the video down off of Instagram live. Yo, I have no idea how long I can keep a connection. I have really terrible connection around here, so as you can see, this is ghetto AF. All the powers, I'm getting all the power from like multiple batteries and jump packs, and I've had fuel leaks and stuff to contend with. I had an injector O-ring fail, it sucked, and I forgot I didn't have a Lambda, so I just put a Lambda in it. This thing sounds like a tractor though, because it's got no silencers. But give me 2 seconds. This is me going to fire up the fuel pump. This isn't easy with one hand, you know. There we go. I'm not going to lie, it's going to be loud. I'm going to start it up in first gear. Go. Just doing a burnout for you, Alex. Got no boost. Hopefully boost tomorrow. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty fucking stoked. We don't rev very well. backflip. Nice one, Alex. There we go. It runs. Now what do I do? Cheers, Tom. Cheers. Cheers, everyone. Fabio. Nice one, mate. That's enough, isn't it? I could plug the laptop in. Yes, I know. I'm going to turn it off now. I can't remember how to do that. Fuel pump. Still smoking. There we go. It runs. Now I'm going to go home and drink some whiskey, I think. Had a bit of an oil leak. Well, it wasn't a leak. Well, it might be a leak. I don't know. I don't care either. I think it was just when I was priming the oil, like making sure I had pressure up at the turbo. Oh my god. The coil packs, I couldn't get the coil packs to work, so I stuffed the standard coil pack on and I couldn't get that to work. And I think I'd ended up blowing the igniter. So I've ended up like... That's all the old igniter. I found all this shit in the shed. It's like an igniter and a suppressor and some old rubbish. But yeah, I've spent all day doing the loom and it's still not finished. Get some Wi-Fi sorted. Yeah, I know. I'm in the middle of nowhere, mate. Anyway, that's enough. Cheers, guys. I'm just packing up now. Sorry if the footage was terrible, but I've been trying so hard. I've done my back in today. But I've been going hard to get this fucking done today, and it's like, it really is a massive deal for me. So, to be honest, I know this is a shit year for a lot of people, and it really sucks to be cooped up like we are, but it's such a big moment to get this done, and I got a racing engine in my daily, my silver one, so for me, I've really like hit some targets already, so it's pretty sick. But yeah, I'm going to carry on crushing with this tomorrow. Sounds like I lost fuel. I just fired the fuel pump up again so I could check the fuel pressure, and it sounds like I've got no fuel pressure again. But what I'm going to do is properly crack on tomorrow and see if I can get the cooling system and the intercooler pipes, and I don't know if the bits I need for the intercooler pipes are going to arrive tomorrow, but we'll have to wait and see. I need to fix a thread on the oil cooler and get that plumbed in, and it didn't want to rev up very well, but I'll have a wideband for it soon. And to be honest, it's got a completely different inlet and exhaust system on it. It's got no intercooler. I did connect the map sensor though, but that could have fallen off. I think the map sensor's still connected. It's probably leaking though, so I'll do all that properly tomorrow with all the AN fittings and get all that finalised, and hopefully it will start running better tomorrow. I'll take the fuel can with me. and then I can get some more fuel. Maybe, I don't know. I don't really want to go anywhere. Oh, there's a little bit more in there, so yeah. Well, I'm going to call it a night because I am tired. Look at the mess I've made. Wiring everywhere, coil packs everywhere. Oh, it's terrible. Intercoolers here, look. Got to get that one on tomorrow. Oh, I just got crap everywhere. But yeah, what a feeling. What a feeling to have that running. Now, it's not actually that far off being able to drive it. I just need to do like brake lines and like boost pipes and stuff, and it's got transmission fluid in it, it's got diff oil in it, steering wheel fits on there nice, all the steering's done. Got to put some more put some nuts on the wheels, and Alan's got my top hats for the for in here. I'll show you quickly actually. Oh, why am I wasting my time doing this? I need to go home. Yeah, so I could just remake them, and yeah, I'm going to crack on and get all the AN fittings and everything ordered that I need, and yep, I'm pretty stoked. So I'll catch you probably tomorrow. And I am sorry that I haven't done the videos that I said I'd do, but I think you'll all agree this is probably a bit more awesome. So yeah, catch you guys on the flip side. Oh yeah, I just signed out. This is a big thing. I can't drive it until I've done the turrets.